Hey guys. So I'm gonna wait a couple minutes so that we can have some action going on this live feed, but it's July 5th. I'm a couple minutes early, 1 minute early actually. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, please. I'd like to see who's on. I'm gonna get my computer ready because I have all my notes ready to go. I'm gonna make this short and sweet today. Just making sure I'm joining the right group actually. Hi Barbie, hi Patricia, hi Lindsay. I'm glad you guys are on. Thank you so much. I'm just gonna wait a minute or so, see if we get some more people on. But here we are. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Long July the 4th weekend. Love you, Barbie. I'm not gonna lie. Hi Danielle, hi Anna. I'm a little bit nervous. Not sure why, but I think it's the live thing. Gives me butterflies. So I just hope to add some value today and give you some insight into, my journey as a coach and some of the troubles that I went through, my 6-year career, and how I overcame them and how we set the mindset to build a superstar team and just to be a star diamond team. So thank you guys again. It's 1 o'clock and I guess we'll just get started. So thank you guys for taking the time out. I'm gonna warn you, I'm having some electrical problems at my house, so I'm gonna keep this to 30 minutes. But I'm really excited to be here. Thank you, Barbie, for putting this together. And it's been amazing to work with you. And for those of you that don't know, my name is Becky Brossett, and I joined Beachbody. It's going to be 6 years next week. Can you believe it? July 13, 2010. Like I mentioned in the little bio that I posted yesterday, I started out as a customer. I have a deep, deep belief in the products and Beachbody as a whole, but I started with P90X, then Insanity, and then I deeply believe with all my heart that the universe sent me this business opportunity. This business kind of aligns all the things that I love most. Hi sister. Some of the things that I love most and I'm most passionate about: fitness, helping people change their lives, empowering women, and just being part of a team. This business has brought it all to me. So I believe God sent it to me. It was the right time in my life. I actually told Carl Deichler at Superstar Day how I had been already looking for something when the opportunity, and it was completely random how it fell into my lap. So I am a Superstar Diamond coach from Miami, Florida. Kristina is my little sister, and she joined me 1 month after I signed up, so in August, and we ran with it together, and we built Diesel Nation together. Back then we were Sister Diesel because that's what we were called at the gym, but we have evolved and we have continued to grow and pour love into our team, and what has developed in 6 years is simply amazing. We have a family feel and a great culture. And I hope that today I can add some value into some of the things that I did to grow my business and the mindset that I took throughout the years to continue elevating and continue evolving and just continue to pour love and support into my team. So like I said, at 6 years, it's going to be next year. I can't even believe it. And, it's been the most amazing ride. I have evolved as a person. You can ask my sister. I'm one of the most shy people probably ever. And doing something like this and continuously pushing outside my comfort zone has helped me develop myself and do things that I never thought that I would be able to do. And it's thanks to the belief in this business. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to be looking away because I have my computer next to me. But the first thing that I want you to know as an emerging leader, and I understand that some of you, we're all at different levels here. Some of you are pushing for 10-star, 5-star. Some of you are brand new diamonds. So I'm going to just speak from my heart and share. So the first thing I want you to understand, especially for those diamonds in the 1-star to 4-star range, is that if it's to be, it's up to me. So you need to decide. You need to decide today that you are going all in. And what I want you to do is let it go. And yes, I hate that song, let it go, let it go. I hate that song, but you need to let it go, because I see it across the board, not with only with my team, but I see it all over Team Beachbody, even with customers, is to let go of the excuses. Let go of the stories that you keep telling yourself as to why this business won't work, why the products won't work, why you cannot succeed. You are not different from me. We were all handed the same tools when we signed up. We all signed up and had 0 coaches and 0 customers. We had 0 experience. I had no idea what I was doing, and my sponsor at the time was only 21, and he kind of taught me but didn't really mentor me. I had the drive within me to push through and succeed. So I want you today to commit to letting go of those crappy excuses. And sometimes I say shit a lot, so I'm sorry. I don't want to offend anybody. Let go of those stories, the excuses, your placement, your coach, the reasons why you're past, you're shy, you haven't lost weight, oh my God, I can't do this. Let go of that crap, because it's only holding you back. I am placed on the inside leg of Jason Debo's dad. Somewhere down there in his ginormous organization, Diesel Nation is in no man's land. Dad never played any part in my decision to go all in with this business. It never affected me. It never held me back. I didn't care, because I knew that I was going to make this happen. So what I want you to do is, if you don't have a crystal clear why, and I know whys, when I accomplished my why, when I left my job, I was kind of like in no man's land with a why, and it derails you. So if you're not crystal clear with why you're doing this and why you're sitting here today listening to me, I need you to sit down, go outside, some quiet time, and focus on your why and what you're going to do to get it done. But decide. I'm asking you today to decide, and then take massive action towards your goals. Be resourceful. Step up as a CEO. Own your business and learn it. And I love what Barbie said on the first call, the first week, when she said, if you don't know how to recruit, it's not my responsibility to teach you. You do know how to recruit. But hold on, just perfect your skills. Do the research. Take some classes. Go to YouTube and freaking Google it. It's up to you to succeed. I stepped into this business 6 years ago. Hey guys, I'm so sorry. I'm telling you, I have electrical problems. Things are coming in and out here. My bad. I'm going to wait a couple minutes. So what I was saying was, take action today towards your goals. It's not your sponsor's responsibility to help you learn every ins and out of this business. If you're going to grow this business, you have to know what you want and how you're going to do it. So today I want you we're going to sing a little bit. Don't Stop Believing. As you guys know, that's one of my sisters. Sorry guys, my electrical the electrical company is actually coming out here at any moment. We have a major problem here, so I'm sorry. It's Don't Stop Believing. And for me, one thing that is most important is not one, deciding to fall in and successful, but knowing that you believe in the company, that you believe in products, that you believe in yourself, and that you know what you want out of life. This business and the products mean so much to me that when I speak to people, they know that I believe, that I'm passionate. And I've asked coaches in my downline in the past, but do you believe? And the hesitation, there are no words. I know that the belief is not there. So if you are doubting anything about this business yourself, work on it. Commit to yourself to work on it today. And I encourage you to write down, sit down and write out 10 to 30 things that you really love about the business, the products, your team, what it's done for you, and then read those things to yourself every single day and build that belief. Because I'm telling you that any hesitation, any doubt that you may have is going to be translated in the way that you write, in the way that you speak to people, and they're gonna know that there's something off there with you. Work on the belief. And I ask you this question: if this business was taken away from you today, would you rebuild? For me, it's heck yes. I would come back in a heartbeat, because I know the value in what we do. I know that this business works. If you take the steps to invest in yourself and learn, this business can transform your life. So have the belief. And personal development is going to be the key here. And I'm not going to go into a whole speech about personal development, because we all know as leaders that it is essential. But focus on things that you need to work on. So if you have a problem with self-confidence, then find books on that. If you need leadership, focus on that. But invest in yourself and elevate yourself to the person that you need to be to get to the point. So guys, like I said at the beginning, I was thinking about this call and what I wanted to talk about. And for me, it's like I wanted to look back into my career as a coach and look at some of the bumps in the road and see how I overcame them. But at the start, the very, very heart of the business for me has always been goal setting. And as leaders and emerging leaders, you need to know where you're headed. What you want. Hello? I'm so sorry, guys. When I started this business, I had a very, very clear. I'm so sorry, guys. This is just ridiculous. I want you to really look at your goals. So when I signed up as a coach, I had a $50 per week goal. And without knowing it, I was setting up an action plan for myself. Knowing that we make a certain 25% commission, I knew I needed to make 2 sales per week. That meant that I needed to talk to X amount of people per week. So even from the onset of my business, I was setting goals. But the main thing here is that I had a I want more attitude. Once I hit 50, I wanted 100. Once I hit 100, I wanted 200. When I hit 1,000, I wanted 2,000. And I want you to really think about that. Because I've asked people, what are your goals? And it's like very floofy and unclear. Do you have specific goals? I want $1,000 per week by July 29th. That's specific. It's clear, concise. Once you have something like that, especially at this level, you break it down and reverse engineer it back into the number of coaches and number of psychology need to go out every week in order to hit those goals. I'm a numbers girl, and seeing it visually and seeing how to get there. And even when I hit 2-star diamond, that I saw the disparity in my volume between my legs, I knew that I needed leaders to emerge on my weak leg in order to help me build that volume. And that's what I wanted. So I broke down the numbers. I figured out what I needed to do, helped the emerging leaders at the time, like Mindy Horde and Amy Coppola, helped them build strong foundations so that they could build big teams. But I got in there and helped them do it. Now, at this point in your business, you need to have a broader range and a broader scope of your goals. And the way I break down my goals is first income. So if you're looking to make, like I said, $1,000 per week, back that down, divide it all out so that you can see that you need to have 5,500 volume points on your weak leg in order to make that. That's one goal. Very clear and concise, and you can do that through all your business centers. The second thing that I look at is rank. So I obviously put income first because income was always more important to me, so I did that first. Rank second. Now, once you have rank, you can start looking at your leadership, who's in your downline, and who can I start working with. But you have to know who these people are, so start identifying that. And Saudi gave you tips last week on how to identify the leaders that are emerging in your team. And then the third component, which is a really important one, is who's in your pipeline. So if you're looking to make money and you're looking to advance in rank, you gotta have people who are coming up in your organization. Plus, you have to have customers and prospects that are going to start filtering into your organization. Now, if you're not hitting Success Club, if you're not inviting, if you're not doing all the basic things that need to be done, then your pipeline is going to be dry. Don't expect to hit 5-star diamond with a dry pipeline. That's not going to happen. You need to have people there. Customers who you're going to convert. Coaches who have potential. Write them all out. And I like to be very detailed in where they stand, what they need, so that I can go back in and start mentoring them to where they need to be. But like I said at the beginning, goals have to be clear and they have to be concise with deadlines to help you back into what needs to be done so that you can take action on it. So I encourage you now, we're in the last 6 months of 2016. If you had a slow start this year, put that behind you. We're here heading into Summit. Things are going to start to heat up for all of us. The motivation is about to get kicked in high gear at the end of this month, which is going to help us ride into the tail end of the year. Get clear with what you want. If you're going to leadership, where do you want to be at leadership? Write it down. Set your income goals, your rank goals, and also who is in your pipeline to help you get there. If you're looking for big goals for end of the year, like elite, what do you need to get there? And start working on it. You should have already been working on the point side, but you need to work on the rank side. So make sure you have a clear, concise vision and that you share your goals with your team, which is something I wanted to discuss because I've never found it selfish to share goals with a team. It's always been about us. When I went 15-star diamond in September 2015, it was not about me. We are a superstar team. And when you share goals, it has to be we and not me. So move the mindset from me to we. And I'm telling you that people will jump on board to work as a team if you build a culture of family and of friendship. There has to be loyalty that goes both ways, guys. That's something that is really, really important. So I urge you now for your pipeline for the end of the year, if you're shooting for huge goals for the end of 2016, is sit down and make a list of 30 people that you would love on your team this year. 30 people. And start talking to them. Start building friendships. Start asking them what they want out of life. Build a relationship with them. Get them in at some point this year. Who knows, maybe they'll sign up in 2017. But you're setting yourself up for a successful end of year and then a hard start for 2017. But the work has to start today. So make that list and start talking to these rock star coaches. Let me see. So some of the things more about goal setting, but I love setting goals. For Premier and Elite, some of the things that I did, if you're shooting for Premier Elite or have people on your team that are shooting for those huge goals, get on the phone with them. We did that last year. Right after Summit, started doing these calls, Zoom calls, breaking down points, reviewing boards, setting goals together. Don't sit in the sidelines waiting for people to advance in rank. And that's the next thing I wanted to talk about is another mistake, and it ties into Elite, that I made early on in my business back in like 2012. I had been 1-star for an entire year, kind of just waiting for someone to do something. And I know that has happened to many of us. Don't do that. Okay, leadership starts with you. So our job is to create more leaders. Get in there and help them do it. And that goes for Elite as well. Challenge your coaches who are running for Diamond, who are maybe need to build emeralds within their teams. Help them do it. Don't just stand there and watch them. Invite them or challenge them to bring people to a biz-up call. Help them you close the deal for them. Bring them to the sneak peeks and help them close the deal. Help teach them how to do it so that their coaches will be able to duplicate this system. But I urge you now, you cannot wait. I did that. I made that mistake, and it wasn't until I went to Atlantis, the Successive Trip 2012. God, seems such a long time ago. But that trip was an eye-opening experience. I realized that all I was doing was retailing. I was making good money retailing, but and I was making some cycle bonus, but it was not to the magnitude that I wanted, because I was not leading anyone but myself. All I cared about was myself and my points and my income and my this and my that. I wasn't helping anyone develop themselves as leaders. And I left that trip saying, it's time. It's time for me to stop doing that. And I adopted this quote, which I'm sure a million of you have heard. It's, where is it? Oh, help other people. If you help enough people get what they want, you will get what you want. Well, I made the commitment to stick to that and just continue and learn and build and love on people and help them emerge. And I did that with Mindy Hort. She was the first one that was post Atlantis, and I just did calls with her, and I mentored her, and I gave her action steps, and she would do it, and she was hitting Success Club, and she was recruiting, doing all the right things. But it was the time that I spent with her and talking through it and working on ideas together that helped build a camaraderie and helped then her do the same thing with her coaches, and her team started to build. Did the same thing with Amy Coppola, and her team started to grow. And it's been a cycle. You gotta invest in your coaches. And I'm not gonna say it again, but work with the willing. You'll know, because they're the ones that deserve your time. So let me see. The other thing, and I don't have too much more actually, but I want you guys to really be aware of compare and despair. And we all go through this. I went through it last year when at the beginning of 2015, and it really knocked me out of my game. It got to the point that I even wanted to quit at one point, because I just couldn't deal with everything that was going on around me, and it was affecting my own confidence. So what I urge you today is to take ownership of your business and know what you want, and stop looking around at what other people are doing, and just get real with yourself. Get real with yourself. Know who your ideal coach is. Know who your ideal customer is. Stop worrying about coach over there who is exploding. We all have our timelines. We all have a different story to write. But you need to embrace that. I realized this at Superstar Day. I didn't even want to go to Superstar Day because I was so nervous about it. I felt like, oh my God, I've been in this business so long, and these other people are like, 15-star diamond in 2 years. And then I owned it at dinner with Cole Deichler. I owned it. Yes, I've been in the business for a long time, but I've also built a very steady income and very steady volume with tons of emerging leaders all throughout the team, far and wide. And so what if it took me 5.5 years to get to 15-star diamond? That is my journey. And I owned it, and I realized that it's a beautiful thing because we did it with love. So own your journey. If something's not working, fix it. Stop banging your head against the wall, trying to force a shoe that doesn't fit. Learn what you want out of your business. Who do you want to work with? Focus on your social media and get that tight so that you can start recruiting the people that are going to be emerging leaders on your team. You cannot create mega volume you by yourself. It just doesn't happen. And Jeremy Red pointed this out to me. Volume comes when you create leadership within your team. So build more leaders. Together, we are better. Together, you can see and achieve the freedom that you want out of life, but you gotta invest in making those things happen. And starting today, make the intention. I will be intentional with my business every single day. Release the expectation that this business is going to happen on its own. You're going to have to make sacrifices. You're going to have to do things that make you very... You have to go all in. So are you ready to take ownership of your business and run like a CEO? I have owned my business since day one and have continued to evolve in times of struggle, in the good times and in the bad times, you continue to grow. But that's all I have for you guys today. I hope that I provided some value for you. It's just important for us as leaders to lead from the front. We got to walk the walk. If you want your coaches to hit Success Club, you got to hit Success Club. If you want your coaches to recruit, you got to recruit. If you want your coaches to develop their social media skills, you have to do the same. We cannot just talk at them and tell them to do things that we are not willing to do. Step up, be a CEO, have a want more attitude, and you'll see how you're going to change your life. But it starts with the decision today to make things happen. So guys, if you have any questions for me, please just comment below. I hope that I provided some value. I can post a sample of my goal sheet that I use. I forgot to mention that the way I do my goals is usually based on the Beachbody trip. So Success Club trip, summit, leadership, end of year. And right now we're close to end of year, so you can start, I would definitely urge you to start thinking about end of year. Write everything down, have it visual so you can see it all the time, and it reminds you of the actions that you need to take each and every day to be a winning coach. So guys, thank you so much. I'm sorry for the internet problems, but it was my honor and pleasure. Thank you, Barbie. Thank you, everybody, for your support. I love you all. Have a great day.